Hey y'all, what's good? Welcome to a dose of getting ready with me. Y'all, I am so excited to be getting ready today because I'm going to a brand event. I'm just so excited. I can't put it in any other words. I was invited to a brand event because I am now a part of Club Good. So Club Good is Shop Good's ambassador program. And Shop Good is a beauty and holistic wellness spa here in San Diego. I've had a couple of facials by them already. I've done some content there already. If I haven't, I'll either tag it in here or put it down in the description box. I'm so grateful and honored that they wanted to work with me. And I'm just like, yes, of course. I want to be a part of Club Good. So I'm going to start off doing my skincare, and I'm going to spray my face with this Tower 28 SOS Daily Rescue Facial Spray. This stuff right here is literally magic. Only 3 ingredients. Wait, hold on, one more spray. Oh yeah. There's only 3 ingredients in here and my skin loves it. What is it? It's water, sodium chloride, and hypochlorous acid, y'all. My skin loves this. It literally calms down. It just calms my skin down. And I've been using facial sprays a lot more in my skincare routine because when you're applying your serums and like the rest of your skincare, it's good that your face is wet and has like a base to stick to. So now I'm going in with the Fenty Skin Fat Water Toner. I love this toner. I mean, I love the Fenty Skin Trio all together, but this toner right here just literally does it for me every single time. But yeah, I was invited into Club Good last week or 2 weeks ago. And yeah, so I was invited into Club Good about 2 weeks ago, and it was a pretty quick process. I read over the email, I got sent the contract, I read over the contract, and the contract was pretty simple for me. I'll let you guys know what eye cream I'm using in just a second. But the contract was pretty simple for me. We just had to, it just explained like deliverables, like what we had to do, what our goal was for content to create, and benefits and perks and all that stuff. Yeah, just basically breaking down what we are going to be doing for the brand, and you know how the brand is going to benefit us and stuff like that. And in terms of like content, what's theirs, what they have rights to, and all that stuff. Now, me being a smaller content creator, I know I can get paid, and I have gotten paid. It's just that now that I'm an ambassador program, this is something to build my portfolio, to just build me up for the next brand. So if I were to go with another brand and they want to do a contract ambassadorship and they're talking about content, what's theirs, what they can keep, in the longevity of it, then that's a point where, hey, let's talk about the contract, or let's talk about payment and stuff like that. And the payment that's set up for this, y'all, I'm happy with everything that I'm getting. But this is, the eye cream that I'm using is by Biossance. It's the Squalene Plus Peptide Eye Gel. And it says it visibly reduces puffiness and dark circles. I really like it because under my eye, it really gives a nice base for applying my makeup and my concealer. It just feels really good around my eye. And then last, I'm going in with the moisturizer. This is the Laneige Water Bank Moisture Cream. If you haven't tried Laneige, which I'm pretty sure everybody has because Laneige is just that girl, especially when it comes to the lip mask. Laneige is this Water Bank Moisture Cream. I don't know how they do it, but it's so moisturizing and hydrating, and just, it dries down on the skin beautifully. It's like a gel, but some gels just like don't really hit the way they're supposed to. They, they feel like they go away after some time, but not this one. No ma'am, no ham. It feels good, it smells good, it goes on the skin, like it literally, like if water was in gel form and your skin could just like drink it up, that's what this is right here. And this is a little sample size right here. I would consider buying the big one because it's that good, that good. Now I'm going in with some SPF, and this is a new SPF I'm using from Paula's Choice. It is the Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid with broad spectrum SPF 50. So it's really thin and lightweight, and it blends in really, really nicely. You see, I don't have a white cast on my face. So the story behind Shop Good is that I knew that they had a shop in North Park. I'd never been to the old North Park location, but I was in Del Mar one day and we were at this little shopping center called One Paseo, and I saw Shop Good and I was like, oh my gosh, that's Shop Good. I want to go in there. As soon as I walked in, it was like, oh, the best way I could put it, you know, walking into a skincare beauty and wellness space that just looks good, it feels good, the vibe is good, the aesthetics is there, just like the simple but bold, you know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just, they had a spa set up, they had like everything displayed easy so you can see, just like, it just looked beautiful. I got my Coca-Cola and some pizza here because y'all, it is lunchtime and later we're gonna be having some steaks for dinner, so I just want to be able to get ready for this event tonight and get ready for dinner a little bit later. But you're gonna need a little snack, okay? A little snacky poo. And if you're doing your skincare before, like right before your makeup, give them some time in between each thing so that you're giving your makeup some time to settle into your skin. So I went into Shop Good. I don't think I bought anything that first time, but then I went into their shop in the North Park area. I think I was there like a couple times. I was buying stuff and they had reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to come in for a complimentary facial and to make some content. I was like, yes, I would love to do that. I even have a video of my first facial. I think I'll either put in the video, tag it down below in the description box. But it was such a wonderful experience, and since having my first like complimentary facial for them, I've been back and had a facial, what, twice already? Or maybe just one time. Oh yeah, I had a facial and then my mom got a facial. If you've ever gotten a facial, you definitely need one. You definitely need one, okay? No doubt about it. I mean, besides going there and getting facials, I was also shopping for things. Like I picked up some eye mask and some lip mask. I found a new Black-owned beauty brand in there called KNC Beauty. And KNC is actually the name of the woman who owns the brand. So I found something from her. I even bought a lip balm. I was doing out a little staycation with my man and we had stopped by there. I had picked up some soap. You know, it's turned into a place where I shop now. You know what I mean? It's up there with Sephora. So if I'm not going to Sephora to get something, I'm going to Shop Good. If I'm not going to Shop Good, I'm online looking at what they have, or I'm in Sephora. Those are pretty much my two beauty stores. The best part about Shop Good, it's the one-stop clean beauty shop. Everything in there is clean. They feature clean brands. You only use clean products. I mean, how much better can you get? How much better can you get? So for me to be influencing and for me to love clean beauty, a brand in my own city wants me to be a part of their ambassador program, it don't get no better than that. It really don't. For brows, I'm gonna be using the new Kosas Air Brow and Brow Pop. I picked up these two products in Shop Good. My go-to brow pencil had broke, and I usually don't stray away from, once I find a product that I like and it works, I usually just stick with it. My pencil had actually broke, I think, the day before I went in there. So I was like, okay, I need some new. I was gonna buy some online, but I was like, no, I'm gonna be in Shop Good, so let me go ahead and just wait till I get in there and I'll buy some new ones. I had already seen Kosas talk about their brow pencils, but see, the thing about it is I'm a makeup girl, you know, Sephora and all that stuff, but I'm also like an affordable girl. There's a lot of affordable products out there that you don't have to pay $20 for. So like my eyebrow pencil, I think was like 10 bucks. This was like 20 bucks. So this was just something new that I wanted to try out and see how it worked for me. Now this color black is really black. I think I would probably get like a brown black next time. But the color payoff is really, really good. The pigment's really nice. I need a lighter color next time for sure. So the one thing about brows is that you can literally draw them however you want. It's how you carve them out is where the juice is at, okay? That's where the real That's where the real game comes in. So now that the brows are done, I'm gonna go ahead and carve them out. I have a little brush I like to use that I can't seem to find right now. Where are you, little brush? Now I'm just using some Fenty Beauty concealer. This is an older one. I have a newer one over here next to me. But when I get to an older one, I'll start using this directly and going like right up against my eyebrows just to carve them out. Whew. Y'all, I'll be having to hold my breath when I do that. Ooh, I might have just gotten those almost right, y'all. Okay, let's blend it out. Let's see. All right, it looks like I don't have to do much to the bottom of these. That's what's up. Oh wait, yes I do. Sometimes after concealer, I have to go in along the bottom, and I just like to sharpen up the lines down there a little bit just so it looks really crispy. Now I'm gonna go in with the air brow just to kind of set those in place, and this is gonna add just a little bit more color to them, just to make them look a little bit more fuller. And when I first go in there, I like to like draw upwards, but then I go back to like push that product in there to get in there, and then brush it back down, and you can see that color pay off really good. And I think there's little fibers in here that just like cling on to your brows that just make it look extra fluffier and bigger. Okay, our brows are bold and beautiful. Bold and beautiful. All of our skincare set in. Now we're gonna be spot priming. I got this sample from Sephora. This is the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. It came in this little package right here. But look how tiny it is. It's so tiny, you guys. Just look at it. You see that? Tiny little milk. It has a little bit of a weird smell to it. I can't even lie. But I do notice that it makes my pores kind of like disappear and mattifies that little T-zone area down. So we like that. I'm gonna hold off on priming the rest of my face. I actually forgot that I wanted to do just like a little bit of eyeshadow, just like a nice little everyday look. So I'm going to prime my eyes with this Fenty Beauty concealer in the shade 380. And this is pretty bright. This is gonna give us some really good payoff, some really good pigment, so the shadow that I use on there can really stand out. And I'm using the Fenty Beauty 180 concealer brush just to press this in over my eyelids. I'm gonna even try to bring this up a little bit underneath my brow bone so it lightens up, create a little highlight. And the best method I noticed for this is just tapping everything in, taking your time. Makeup is supposed to be, you know, fun. I don't want to say effortless. You can always create an effortless look, but you know, makeup can be hard work sometimes, you know. It's just, you gotta practice. Practice makes improvement. To set the concealer on my eyelids, I'm gonna use the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder by Fenty Beauty. And this is the shade Cashew. Ah. You guys can probably see all that smoke. We have our concealer set. Now I'm thinking what color I want to use. I don't think I said it, but I'm going to be using the Jackie Aina palette. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a little bit of purple because the bag I'm wearing is purple, but I'm kind of indecisive because my bag is purple but my shoes are black. So I'm thinking, should I wear my black shoes with my black purse, or wear my purple purse, my black shoes, and have a gold outfit? Forget it. I'm just gonna stick with it. I'm gonna do a brown look with, I'm gonna do brown shadow, and then I'm gonna add this little sparkly purple in here. I'm gonna go in with the shades Ginger, Credit, and Shookington. Shookington is the sparkly purple we're gonna put on our lids last. All right. I'm using Ginger in the crease. That's gonna be our transition shade. Before I go to tonight's event, me and the man are going to grill some steak, so we're gonna have a really nice dinner. And we just have a lot to, I wouldn't say celebrate, but you know, just a lot to be thankful for. We're having a good time. I had some good news about something that's going to be happening next week. You know what? I'm always torn in between sharing things that I think are good news, but I want to share, but I always think of what people will say, you know, keep good news to yourself. You don't know if it's going to happen. You don't know who's out there plotting on you, who's praying bad for you. But the thing is, for me, one thing I always thought of is that I'm not a superstitious person. There's nothing that you can say or do that's gonna block my blessings from coming to me. Not a damn thing. I always get a little weird because I think, you know, what if I don't do it, or what if I'm not successful or something like that? You know, just all of those things in my mind. But next week I'm supposed to be having an interview for a job, and I'm really excited about it, in a place where I've always wanted to work since I was a kid going there. I knew I wanted to work there. Okay, since I was a kid, I was born there, and I knew I wanted to work there. All right, like if you know me, you're close to me, I've already told you. But if you don't know, I work in healthcare, and I may be transitioning to a new job site, which is pretty exciting. And I told my old supervisor, and she like wrote up a whole letter of recommendation for me. It's just like a lot of good things are happening. So besides Shop Good happening, I'm working with LYS Beauty. If you guys haven't known that, I've been working with LYS Beauty for a long time. Before, I was just like a brand ambassador, but now I'm actually on their PR list. So I'm an ambassador and I'm on their PR list. So I just represent them, take pictures, you know. And they're a small Black-owned beauty brand, a small Black-owned clean beauty brand, the first clean beauty brand in Sephora that's Black-owned. So, you know, they don't have a big budget and stuff like that. So I feel like, you know, I want to represent, and that's been one of my goals this year, to really represent for Black-owned brands and to really put them out there a lot more, because they don't have a budget like big brands. Like big brands say they don't have a budget. No, it's really these small brands and these Black-owned brands and minority-owned brands and POC brands that really don't have the budget. So I just feel like, you know, I'll go hard for them, you know, especially if the feelings are mutual, which I actually, while having this video, I actually got an email from LYS Beauty that they're starting like a superstars thing for their influencers that, you know, go above and beyond. And I'm included in that. So I literally have goosebumps right now telling you guys this. Bitch, don't cry, you're doing your makeup. But it just feels so good because after so long of like really trying to get brands' attentions, like things are happening now. Things are happening. So there's Shop Good, there's LYS Beauty. There's another one. If you don't have a color switcher, you need to go get one right now. I got this from Sephora. It was only 10 bucks. And you just swirl your brush around it and it takes the last color you were using off of there. Where was I? I said I work with LYS Beauty. They just created a new little section that I'm a part of now. Shop Good, which is happening today. There's another brand called Powered by Hue. And basically what they are is, it's a group of women who came together, who I believe they found it hard for them to like find their perfect shade. So they wanted to put a group of creators together that try out products and foundations and stuff that have all the, with certain skin characteristics. So if me and you have, you know, combination oily, dry skin, and we so happen to be brown with yellow or golden undertones, you would probably want to figure out, hey, what foundation are you wearing? Because I probably match best with you. So they just created a space where you can come together and find people who pretty much have the same like skin characteristics, even though we're all different and stuff like that. We're not too far off from each other. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And we all have different hues, and hues just stands for different skin tone, complexion tone. So that's all that means. All right, y'all, let me finish wrapping up this eyeshadow. All right, y'all, eyeshadow is done. Now I'm gonna be using a new foundation and a new primer. I was sent this by one of the brands that I'm working with, Powered by Hue, who I was talking about. And I was sent new foundations by Hue and Credo. Well, Credo is a new beauty store. They're like, they're kind of like Shop Good, like beauty, wellness, holistic and stuff like that. They're smaller known. Well, for me, smaller known because I've never heard of them until recently. And they sent me the foundations from Exa Beauty. And Exa Beauty is a clean beauty brand. What I do know about Exa Beauty is that it's clean beauty made for everyone. They're really big on having clean ingredients and making sure that their product can be used by any and everybody. They're cruelty and vegan free, and you can find them in Ulta, Credo, and Cult Beauty. So if you want to try them out, that's where you can find them. This is the primer I'm using. I have been using this before. I have been wearing this already. I wore it like all last week. I had to actually shoot some content for them. So your girl is waiting to get paid. Boom, boom. So Credo, Hue, and Exa. Exa is just one of the many brands that they send you, but I'm liking it, so hopefully I can build a good standing with Exa Beauty. So I'm just gonna shake up the foundation before we even get started, because one thing about this, I was using it last week, is that you really have to shake it up really good. But I have really been liking this foundation. I love that it just gives me, but I've really been liking this foundation. The color matches on point too. I'm really surprised that, you know, they sent me 3 shades, but out of those 3 shades, you know, one of them was a perfect match. And I'm using the shade Annette 180 in case you're interested. In case you have the same skin tone as me, you want to know what I'm wearing. I am deep with gold undertones. I look good in gold jewelry. The veins in my eyes and on my arms, you see they're like greenish blue. So if you have that on your brown skin, or if you notice those features, then you are most likely deep with the gold undertone as well. I'm gonna take this Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray by Miss Charlotte Tilbury while I'm in the middle of my routine here, just to help things set for the rest of the day. Then I go in with my fan, a Dose of Makeup fan, to set my face in place, and literally that's what it says, set your face in place. I have this new lip gloss from Fenty Beauty. It's the Fenty Gloss Bomb Heat. It's supposed to be, is it the plumping gloss? It's a universal lip luminizer plus plumper. Okay. This was a 100-point gift I got from Sephora's Rewards Bazaar. Ooh, oh shit, the doe foot. Y'all, the doe foot on here is not like a regular doe foot. There's like a dip in the part that goes against your lips. Whoa. And this is a nice, really cherry red on me. All right, so while I do my hair, I'll come back and I'll let you know how this does. But what I can say already is that, yeah, it's definitely Fenty Beauty gloss for sure. It has the same feel, texture, and smell to it, but it is a little different because it's supposed to be cherry. The color is there for sure. I always get nervous because, like, you know, brown skin color is gonna show. It shows, especially for being a gloss. All right, so let me go do my hair and I'll be back to shut you down. Okay, hey y'all, so I'm back. My hair is done. It's time to put on these lashes. First, I'm gonna curl them. And Shop Good, this is their lash curler. I really needed a new lash curler. I was using a lash curler from like, 2017, maybe even older than that. And of course, where is my mirror? All right, and I brought y'all in a little bit closer to, not too much closer, just a little bit. Yeah, I think the one I was using was like from like 2017, 2018, maybe even longer than that. Yeah, I think longer than that. Maybe like 2016 or something like that. I found out the trick to curling your lashes is like, don't press and hold onto them, pump it. So push down and then pump, 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 pump. I pump like 10 times. And I've been using the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water mascara. And this is a clean mascara as well. A lot of products I've been trying to use lately have been clean. It really all started with like LYS Beauty and like a couple other brands within Sephora. But I can say that, yeah, I have been making a decision to look for, well, buy makeup, try makeup that is clean. And I really like this mascara because the brush on here is really thin and it lets me really get my lashes individually, and I already have small lashes, so it just helps me get super close in there and like able to shimmy it up and bring it up. Yeah, we're gonna be going in with Lav Lash Shop's lashes. The lashes I'm wearing are Lavish, but they're in this container right here. I was like, where'd one go? Where'd the other one go? There's one up here and one on the mirror. Oh my God. It's about time I take this plastic off this mirror because this mirror is actually bomb. Okay, period. Barely checking out the mirror. Ooh, do I want to do Lavish or do I want to do Unapologetic? Yeah, instead of Lavish, we're going to put on Unapologetic. I believe these are Unapologetic. It's not that bad. What I was gonna say is I was gonna take some eyeliner and go over like the little spots that have makeup on them, but nobody's gonna be that close to my eyes. It really doesn't make a difference. So I just picked up this new lash glue. It's called the Duo 2-in-1 Brush On Strip Lash Adhesive. It's formaldehyde free, latex free, hypoallergenic, all the shit. We like that. It's double ended. It has a white base and then a dark tone base. So I think I bought a Duo before and I really didn't like it. So when I was in Sephora this time, I saw this. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it another try, especially because it has the Duo. Like if I would have had on black liner, I probably would have tried the black side this time. But yesterday I tried the white side, and I'm gonna do the white glue again today because it did what it needed to do, surprisingly. I want to say before when I used it, I don't think I really gave it a chance. But you know what? Different glue, different companies. Maybe it was, I feel like I really didn't like the glue that I used last time. But what I've learned with using white glue is that you need to let it sit before you, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? Come on, girl, spit it out. Spit it out, Christine. You need to let it sit and turn clear. Once it turns clear, you're good to put it on. And that's what helps you put your lashes on and not get like glue everywhere. Because I know sometimes with black glue, like I be messing up. I really be messing up. And putting on lashes, it's really, it's a learned habit. It's not something you will get every time on the first time, but as you do it more and more, you get more comfortable doing it. And yeah, even sometimes while doing my lashes, there's times where I know like, girl, don't even try it, but I still try it and I wind up failing. But you know, that's because I knew better. But I've learned, let the glue, it's gonna come off like white or blue, but let it turn completely clear and then you're good to go. So while that's drying, we're gonna put on our lips. I'm gonna line my lips with this NYX lip liner, and it's in the shade Espresso. I always overline one side better than the other. On TikTok, they say for the perfect pout, underline your bottom lip and overline your top. I say even like bring the liner in on the inner corners of your lips a little bit. Okay, now I'm using, this is new, this is from Mented, the mini gloss duos. Oh, also your girl is now a brand ambassador for Mented. I knew I was forgetting something earlier. Yeah, it's doing exactly what I needed it to do. And this is perfect because this is like a gloss, like lipstick, but not like lipstick. It's still a gloss, but it has like really good pigment, but just enough pigment that it brings enough color to the lipstick, like tied together, but not like super overpowering, but you can see it. Okay, here's the full outfit. It even has this cute little slit on the bottom. Cute little slit right here. Has a little cutout right there. All right, we're ready to go. I did forget to mention, along with the lotion, I was gonna pair it with a Isle body oil from K-Skin with SPF 30. The sun's still out. The sun's gonna be out probably till a little bit after 8, so it's giving me a glow. Plus the lotion really doesn't have like a glow to it. It really just like soaks into your skin. So this is good just to give me that glow, moisture, and SPF. I'm gonna put on this Valentino Born in Roma or Voce Viva, I don't know. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna pair it with Born in Roma. I have the big one, but this is the little mini one. Okay, so here's my purse. It's a mini little Michael Kors bag, and that's why earlier I was like, okay, do I want to do purple eyeshadow? What eyeshadow do I want to do? Because I was gonna pair it with a shoe. It's either gonna be like these mules or these little sandals, but because the vibe, I feel like the vibe is not gonna be like super dressy, and I don't know, I just feel like I feel a little bohemian. I feel a little goddessy. I want to wear these little sandals right here. They have little shiny little crystals on them and like some fringe at the end. So we're gonna go ahead and go with these. Oops, that was loud. This is my final look. Thank you guys so much for getting ready with me. This was something totally new, like the style of getting ready with me I've done. Hopefully I get better as I do it. I really enjoyed like just chit-chatting with you guys and sharing like a whole bunch of good news and just doing my makeup with you guys. If you want to know how the event goes, make sure you're following me on my vlogs. But until next time, deuces.